One of the most underrated or under talked about things is how to pick a release date. I'm Scott, and we're talking about marketing for record labels. If you are a self-releasing artist or a record label that is planning a release, it's really important to spend a day to think about your release date. There's a lot that should really go into the thinking process of picking a release date. Now, we're talking about marketing and marketing for record labels. If you need help with marketing your releases and promoting your album campaigns, go to otherrecordlabels.com/marketing. I have a checklist that I use personally to make sure I do a certain amount of things to help promote a record whenever it's leading up to the release date. So how do you pick a release date? Well, the first thing you want to do is just kind of start when you think you're going to have the mixes, the mastered version of the record done. So if you think you're going to have, or you're going to have the masters in hand in June, let's say June 1st, then we've talked about before that it's a good idea to have between 2 and 6 months lead time from when you get the masters to the release date to help you, with pressing vinyl and getting CDs together and planning, booking a tour and blah, blah, blah. So let's say you want 4 months. So when you're getting the masters in June, now June, July, August, September. You're looking for a release date in September. And so then we want to think about things like what are some activities or social events or cultural things that are happening? Are there holidays? Avoid holidays. Is there a presidential election? Are there things that are just going to take the spotlight away? Maybe it's a big festival in your town. Maybe you know of an artist who's releasing a big record. And so when you're picking a release date, you want to consider all these things. Remember, release dates are generally Fridays. I don't love that, but whatever. So you're picking a release date, give yourself lots of lead time. You'll also want to check with the artist. The artist could have their sister getting married that weekend, or maybe they have a job and they're going to be away for work during that time. You want to give the artist tons of time so that they can book a tour and they can book a release show and all that stuff. So make sure you're thinking about it. I tend to stay away from December, although there's some good arguments for why December may actually work to your advantage. But I try not to release records at the end of November or December or early January, because the problem is that in December, everyone's kind of shifted into Christmas mode, and also blogs have shifted into year-end lists mode. And so I kind of stay away from that time. I also stay away from any sort of holidays or anything that's going to get in the way. So that's how you pick a release date. Make sure, the most important thing is just take some time to think about it. Don't just randomly pick a time. Be really strategic with picking a release date. You can get more tips like this at otherrecordlabels.com/marketing when you get my free marketing checklist.